Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the MLB slate on DraftKings for Thursday, September the 13th. We have a really gross 6-game slate tonight. Definitely not the best slate. Kershaw is our only pitcher over 10K. Once you get past Kershaw, it gets really thin at pitching. Not a lot of guys that I see that I really want to play. The bats are kind of gross as well. Just a really gross slate. Going to take it pretty easy today. Definitely going to play a lot of Showdown for NFL Thursday night. I'll still be playing some MLB, but not as much as I usually play on a normal day. But we'll still go over the slate, talk about some of the guys I like, talk about some of the pitching I like, how I feel like I'm going to approach this slate. We'll go through stacks and BVP plays as well. But before we do get started, guys, make sure you drop a like on the video. Would really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe down below. If you are playing Showdown tonight, I did make a video on the Showdown slate. If you want to check that out, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at pitcher, where we do have Kershaw at 11-9, facing the Cardinals. And I think Kershaw, just on a short slate, if Kershaw is going to be the most popular pitcher, especially at his price, I'm easily going to fade him. I just don't think Kershaw is going to kill me today if I don't play him. I'd rather play guys like Mookie Betts, Benintendi, than pay up for someone like Kershaw. There's cheaper options than Kershaw that I like. Erod is one of them. I do like Erod here at 9,100. Against the Blue Jays. Erod's probably going to be the pitcher I have the most exposure to today. Just because I like this matchup, I like this spot. I like the salary savings you get going down from him, or going down from Kershaw to him. I imagine Erod's going to come in a lot lower owned than Kershaw. So for tournaments, really like Erod. Just the guy has upside. He can get strikeouts. Got 12 strikeouts in his couple starts ago against the White Sox. Obviously, the Blue Jays are not the White Sox, but this is still a team that does have some strikeouts in their lineup. Just a 3.4 implied run total for the Blue Jays. Erod's a minus 265 favorite. Just really like him here. Fading Kershaw. Think he's a guy that can possibly outscore Kershaw today. So he's my favorite pitcher at 9,100. Like pairing him with Steven Matz. Steven Matz is not a guy that I really play. But on a short slate, 6-game slate, the matchup's right for Steven Matz. I do like him here. Matz, surprisingly, as of late, has actually been really good. He's been able to rack up strikeouts, getting 7, 11, and 8 strikeouts in his last 3 games. This is a Marlins team that does have some Ks in their lineup, and it's a bad lineup. Marlins only have a 3.2 implied run total today. A lot of strikeouts here. Really like Steven Matz, pairing him with Erod. Still leaves you plenty of salary to pay for bats if you do want to do that. And this is the way I feel like I'm going to go in tournaments. Just fade Kershaw, play some mid-tier pitchers like Erod, Matz, and then fit in like maybe some Red Sox bats like Mookie, Benintendi. I really like the Royals today. Whit Merrifield. We'll talk about love Whit Merrifield today. And I can't get in those stacks that I really want if I pay up for Kershaw. So I like going Erod, Matz. Besides those two guys, there's really not a lot of other pitchers I love on this slate. Brett Anderson maybe because he's cheap and he's facing the Orioles. But I think Anderson's coming off the DL. I know he hasn't pitched in a while. Not sure if we can go there. Dylan Bundy's really cheap. He's cheap for how talented he is. But against this Oakland team that's been hot lately, just hitting the ball really well. Don't know if I want to go to Bundy, but on a short slate, I might just take the risk and hope Bundy's on it today and he can rack up some strikeouts. But those aren't guys I'm going to be too heavy invested in. Erod and Matz are going to be definitely the two pitchers I have the most exposure to on the slate. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at bats for today. We'll start off at second base, where I mentioned I love Whit Merrifield. Love the Royals today as a stack versus Gonzalez. Steven Gonzalez has just been absolutely terrible for the Twins. This guy, when it comes to DraftKings scoring, I believe he's averaging negative fantasy points. That's just how bad he's been. He's given up a ton of runs in every game that he's pitched this year. He hasn't been able to get any strikeouts either. Whit Merrifield's a guy that's mashed lefties, guy that just has a lot of upside, can steal bases if he gets on base. Love Whit Merrifield here. He's also got some power, can definitely hit home runs. Just an all-around good fantasy, or just an all-around good player to use for fantasy because of his upside. Really like the Royals today, and I love Whit Merrifield. 4,800. Also really like Hunter Dozier. Hopefully he'll be in the lineup. I know he got scratched Wednesday. Wasn't able to play on Wednesday. Hopefully he'll be in the lineup today on Thursday. I think he's a really good value option. 3,400, especially if you're stacking the Royals. This is a guy that does have some power versus lefties, and obviously he's facing a very bad lefty today in Gonzalez. The Royals do have a 4.8 implied run total, which is pretty high for what we see the Royals, their run total usually be. So I like Dozier, like to pair him with Merrifield. I think that 1 through 4, I don't know if I'd play Gordon versus the lefty, but Merrifield, Mondesi, Dozier, I really like. Bonifacio you could play. Salvador Perez, easily my favorite catcher on the slate. Definitely like this Royal stack to pair with my mid-tier pitchers. You can stack the Royals and stack the Red Sox and still fit in the guys like Erod and Matz, which is probably going to be what I do in a lot of lineups today. So love Dozier and love Merrifield at first base and second base. Then my final play, obviously I like the Red Sox here versus Gaviglio, so Mookie Betts, got the salary to fit him in. Might as well jam in one of the best hitters in baseball. In a good matchup here versus Gaviglio. Just really like this spot for the Red Sox in general. It's just such a good lineup. They're facing a pitcher that I really don't believe in that's going to have to go on the road today, face the Red Sox in Fenway Park. The Red Sox have a 5.7 implied run total, highest on the slate. Just a good spot for the Red Sox. Mookie Betts, Benintendi, JD, Bogarts. Like, I love all these guys today if I can fit them in. Mitch Moreland. There's value with Moreland, with Kinsler, with Nunez. So if you want to go a little bit like on the cheaper side of the stack, you can play like the 5 through 7, 5 through 8, whatever. Just a good stack all around. I'll be stacking pretty much this whole lineup through multiple lineups that I make. Love the guys with speed. You can run on Gaviglio. It's pretty easy to steal on, so that gives added upside to Mookie, to Benintendi. Even Bogarts can steal a little bit. Nunez, Kinsler, they will run as well. Just love the Red Sox stack. Love Mookie. One of my favorite plays on this slate. So yeah, guys, these are my 5 plays for tonight's short 6-game slate. Eduardo Rodriguez, Steven Matz, Hunter Dozier, Whit Merrifield, and Mookie Betts. Now we will quickly talk about some of the stacks I like. I've kind of already mentioned them, but we'll go over it real quickly. Then we'll talk about BVP plays as well. So obviously my top stack, it's probably the Royals, honestly, especially when you factor in price. If you can't fit in the Red Sox, look to the Royals. I do like the Royals here versus Gonzalez. Obviously the Red Sox I love as well versus Gaviglio. On the other side of that Royals game, the Twins versus Heath Fillmyer I think are definitely playable because these guys are also pretty cheap. Joe Mauer's 4K, Polanco's 4K. Robbie Grossman's not the best hitter, but he's projected back cleanup and he's 3,600. Same with Forsythe, not the best hitter, but he's going to be batting 5th for 2,900. This is definitely a value stack you could go to. Definitely won't be stacking the Cardinals. I could see going to the Dodgers here, especially if you're not going to play Red Sox bats. Then maybe you could fit in the Dodgers. These guys are surprisingly somewhat cheap. Like Chris Taylor leading off 4,400. Turner's sub 5K. Machado's sub 5K. Kemp's cheap at 3,900. David Freese, you have to worry about getting pitch hit for, but he's 3,900. You do have some value in this Dodgers lineup, so you could stack the Dodgers here, but I'm definitely ranking them behind the Red Sox, ranking them behind the Royals. I think that's it for the stacks, though. I doubt I'm going to be going to the Mets or the Marlins, Angels, Mariners. These aren't going to be teams I'm looking to. Surprisingly, the A's have a really high run total today versus Bundy. But Bundy's kind of a pitcher I respect. The guy does have talent. We know he has a lot of blow-up potential, but I could easily see this being one of those starts where Bundy does pitch sort of well. Don't know if I'll be going to the A's, especially with how expensive they are. Would much rather just play the Red Sox. But yeah, that's it for stacks, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to BVP, where we only have a few BVP plays on this 6-game slate. We're starting off with Mike Trout. He's gone 8 for 16 with a home run versus Mike Leake. Justin Upton, 11 for 29 with a home run versus Mike Leake and Andrelton Simmons, 12 for 27 with the home run. Nelson Cruz, 8 for 26 with 2 home runs versus Matt Shoemaker, and Robinson Cano has also hit Shoemaker well, 8 for 25 with 2 home runs. So that's it for BVP, just 5 plays, short 6-game slate. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely take it easy today. Don't invest too much of your bankroll on a short 6-game slate. Maybe play a little bit in the showdown. I will for sure be doing that. If you do have any questions about the showdown slate, feel free to ask me on Twitter. And obviously, if you have questions about this MLB slate, you can contact me on Twitter as well. Leave any comments down below if you have questions, concerns. Always read in the comments section. If you haven't liked the video yet, make sure you do give the video a like. Would really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel and you have not subscribed yet, make sure you click that subscribe button as well. Just got a ton of content coming out for you guys. Would love it if you would be subscribed to the channel so that way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Got NFL videos coming out every week. I'm going to try and start making a lot more NFL videos for every slate, like for the showdown slates, maybe even for the primetime slates, obviously for the main slate as well. Love playing NFL DFS, so I will try and get out as much NFL content. Definitely a lot more this year than I got out last year. I know last year I just did videos on the main slate, but I'd really like to get some videos out on kind of like all the slates because I know I'll probably be playing all of them this year. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Good luck tonight on this 6-game slate, and good luck to those playing the showdown slate. Peace.